Hi stitching friends, it's Amanda Mae with Ardith Design. Welcome back to my channel where we celebrate all things counted cross stitch and sustainable stitching and save the stitches and how to be a thread that connects historic needlework to contemporary needle art. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am a lover of all the things. I'm a digital artist and a counted cross stitch lady that just loves it. If you're returning, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be here. This week's episode, episode 28, I cannot believe it, 28, is dedicated to some save the stitches and show and tell, or as Kitten Stitcher would say, my stash flash. I've got some goodies that I've got over the last couple months that I have been wanting to show you and share all of the things. I would say most of them are concentrated in the 80s and 90s and maybe the early 2000s. So keep in mind that I understand tastes have changed and color palettes have changed, but you can look at some of these patterns. Oftentimes the patterns are hand marked and hand charted, but keep an open mind, and there's always color palette. You know, you can change your color palette. You can stitch just the little motif. There's just some really fun, charming things out there. And in my quest of making all the things and loving all the things, I can't leave a lot of this stuff behind. What can I say? It has to come home with me. And I have to say I'm also kind of selfish because I feel like I need to show you this in a dedicated video so now I can organize it and put it all away. I officially have a bookshelf dedicated now to needlework. I'm so excited. So it's got charts, it's patterns, leaflets, the free pattern stuff, my binders. It's got needlepoint books, needle workbooks. I have rug hooking now, and vintage magazines and hardcover books from, you know, Better Homes and Gardens and all the things. I officially have a bookshelf. So today for show and tell, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you my books and magazines that I've picked up over the last 2 months. I'm gonna show you my Save the Stitches finds, things that I found over the last couple months that I did not have to clean. And if you saw my previous video, you know what I mean by that. I wasn't toiling and rinsing and cleaning and pressing. These were clean needlework that I found that I want to share. And then some goodies and some fun stuff that I had never seen before. And if you are a seasoned needleworker and you've been doing counted cross stitch for over a decade, you're probably sitting there going, Amanda Mae, duh, I know what that is. We've all seen that. or, you know, bless your heart, Amanda Mae, but you got a lot to learn. Either way, however you say it, I got some goodies to show you. So grab a drink. My drink of choice today is my full sugar cherry Coke. I wish I had real maraschino cherries and grenadine and I could have a Roy Rogers. I love Shirley Temple's too, which is Sprite or 7-Up with grenadine and the cherry on top. Let's get started. We're gonna start with books and magazines, and oh my gosh, I have a stack. Are you ready for this? Okay, we are gonna start with the, so again, this is show and tell of all the books, and I tried to mark the pages of patterns that I wanted to show. This is the Just Cross Stitch magazine, and I'm thumbing through it, and it's got some fun stuff. It's from 1988, and I was a wee one. I was a small little lass, but I was younger than these kitties. Look at those. So this is a waist canvas patterns for the raisins that came out in the 80s. You know, the California raisins. I may or may not have a collection of 80s toys because I'm a kid of the 80s, right? I want to see the Hoffman guys. Like, I want to know if they still have those raisin hoodies. Hoffman, I love it. I just love it. It makes me smile, you know. So again, I'm thumbing through this magazine and I saw the raisins and I got the biggest chuckle. Also in this issue of Just Cross Stitch is the Philadelphia and the bell and the flag. And I thought this would be fun stitched on the We the People fabric that Fabric Flair does. And I just thought it was so fun, and I thought of Pam from Pam and Steph of Just Keep Stitching. And I'm not sure if this is the pattern she said she was looking for or she had in her stash, but American history buffs, I thought of you. Again, this was the August 1998 edition of Just Cross Stitch, We the People. The next hilarious pattern that I bought. Full disclosure, I will never stitch any of these, but I needed this in my collection. This is the potties in pastels. All the different things you do in the potty, in the tub, minus the cultural appropriation, but there's a little body, and then the little pants are down, little butt, and then they've got the shaving cream and the powder. And I don't know if any of you saw my powder room Save the Stitches. I want to say I probably showed it in episode 1 or 2 of my Flosstube from last year. But I actually have a really beautifully stitched powder room sign, and I have it and I love it, and it's not going anywhere. But if you want your own powder room, there's the water closet or the double WC. Just all these really cute little ones, but it cracked me up. It had to come home with me. This is Imaginating. They've been in business for a long time. I just saw them put out a call for artists who want to contribute and have their art translated into cross stitch. They had an open call for artists I saw on their Instagram a couple weeks ago. I'm not sure if that's still open, but I just thought this was fun. And this is, you know, an older chart, but for all of the computer nerds out there, you know, there's a computer thing, you know, Murphy's Law of computer programming. Any given program, when running, is obsolete. So you got to have a little geek humor. I got Amazing Grace. I got this one. I love alphabets. I know Amy loves toads, and a couple other people were talking about alphabets and Hands Across the Sea samplers. Nicola Parkman, apparently she just posted some really cool alphabets on her website, and I just, you know, I love fonts. This is my favorite font right here. I love it. So I got that chart. Awesome. I got Christmas at Stony Creek with the bridge and the trees. I love me a blue spruce tree with some snow on it. I can't get away from this frame. I said how much I liked it, and now all I am doing is finding patterns and things with this frame. But I thought of everyone who was stitching turkeys, and Lindy Stitches, Stephanie and her Mr. and Mrs. Delicious, her adorable turkey patterns, and there was a stitch along. So when I saw this turkey, I thought, you know, I thought of Stephanie and her turkey love. And of course, there's just some cute, there's fish and country sportsmen. I got this one. I really loved the autumn leaves, and this is Country Autumn by Jeanette Cruz Designs. And she also has the jam and jelly jar lids. I really liked the corn on here and the flowers, and she's got the cotton. But again, I really liked the autumn leaves, so I picked that up. I got, this is really bad, but every time I see this issue of Cross Stitch and Country Crafts magazine with the ship sampler, I pick it up because my husband loves ships. And I have the Skeleton Crew cricket to stitch, the Skeleton Crew ship. But every time I see this, I'm like, oh, I've got to stitch this for my husband. I have 4 copies. 4, 3. Okay, I have more than 1 copy of this because I love the whale and the ship. And so, what are you going to do? I got a couple other issues of Cross Stitch and Country Crafts, and I really like these little nautical guys. They're so cute. Also, I got Fields and Streams, a fisherman's sampler. I have been fishing twice in my life. Could not catch a fish. I've never caught a fish in my whole life. My favorite thing to do, though, when I was little, is go to the Monterey Bay Aquarium. That was my favorite. This has been started on Ada. We got one like line down the center. So I think this needs to get home to somebody that likes to fish. And then I'm so excited about this one. Coca-Cola Santas. Yes, please. I paid 25 cents for it. Yeah, 25 cents. It came with the green Ada, and someone, again, had started stitching. The needle, that's one thing that I will say that you got to be really careful if you are saving the stitches or looking at stuff and partially completed projects, or if you find something at the thrift store. Always assume there is a rusty, sharp needle. Whether it's on the pattern, like where they literally physically affixed it to the paper, or it's stuck like in a fold of fabric. Always assume there's a sharp, rusty needle. You do not want to get hurt. So there was a broken needle in this. When I grabbed this book, not knowing that hazards of the job. The next I got 2 of the Ziggies, because why not? Ziggy, the Christmas Ziggy. I never got into Ziggy, but it came home with me. For hearth and home. And look at these pillows. I am cracking up. This pillow right here says, a mother holds her children. Oh no, not that one. That's not the funny one. I'm sorry, excuse me. I will read the correct one now. It says, dust is a protective covering for furniture. Dust is a protective covering for furniture. Oh, and you can stitch it 2 ways, for a pillow or for it framed. I got, in my love of Valentine's Day, this collection I think I really would stitch, not just keep in my collection. But it's all the cute little hearts, and I really like it. All of them are smalls. I think I was trying to figure out which one I like, and I'm drawn to everything stitched on black Ada, and I think that goes back to some of the first designs that I ever created were like the chalkboard style and stitched on very dark, either hunter green Ada or black Ada or that charcoal gray Ada. I love the look of it. It's not my favorite to stitch in the middle of the night when you're like, I'm basically stitching by candlelight. So it's really difficult to see. So hopefully when the days get longer and I can stitch after 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I will get back to stitching more of the chalkboardy stuff on dark Ada. All right, changing seasons. I got this one. I loved winter right there. And then this fall, the country series. This is so iconic as far as I'm concerned. Like if you live on a dirt road or lived down a dirt road, I lived down a dirt road at one point of my life. You've got the dirt road and you've got the water, the standing water on the road. And I just thought it was really cool that that's actually on a cross stitch. Standing water on the road with the reflection. Gorgeous. What will you think of next? Next, I grabbed the country folk art. Again, spot the frame. Look at that trivet. Yeah, put a trivet on it. Michelle of Bendy Stitchy, I got more trivets to show you, so keep watching. I'll show you. I got a new collection of trivets. I liked the kitty cat, and then of course the chicken. I think of Priscilla and Chelsea and all of their little chickens. This one was my favorite though. He's a little pig, and he's so happy. It looks like he's got dimples. He's like this chubby little happy little pig. Okay, I have books. Oh no, I still have a couple more to show you, and then I have books. All right, so I have Cross Stitch magazine here with the Afghan. This is dated. Of course, I can't find the date. Anywho, this one is I grabbed it for my kid is super into unicorns. And I really liked this pattern. It's so precious, but again, I would change out the colors on the unicorn and the maiden, maybe brown hair and do something else. But I thought it was really cool. And then I got the towel, the quintessential goose towel. Put a goose on it. Thinking of Teresa Kogut, Creative Whims, and her Prim designs, I about fell on the floor when I found this book. This is not by Teresa, but by an artist in Canada. And this is like a primsicle, primsy. She got primsy, like a combination of primitive and whimsy. And it's got the painting. And I just thought of Teresa, and I just love the look of this stuff. So I'm super excited about this. The gnomes, I love gnomes. I think Brandy Goebel, every home needs a gnome. She loves gnomes too. And then the angels and the snowmen make me think of Teresa. I got this card here. It's a floss comparison card, and it's Anchor Floss and DMC conversion, but it doesn't give me a date to know how recent it is. I probably want to say it's from the early 90s, so I'm not sure how relevant it will be, but I'll put it in my collection nonetheless. And then I have books. I have a lot of books. I have, well, not a lot. I have 5 books to show you, and I got these books either online. I bought them online at the used bookstore, which Wonder Books, literally it's called Wonder Books, and it is wonderful! Exclamation point. And I can't get enough. This is probably one of my favorite books right now. This is from 1978, printed in Japan. No real words or directions or anything, just, hey, here's what it looks like stitched. Here's the color chart and DMC colors. That's it. Nothing written in Japanese, nothing written in English, except, you know, the cover. But I love this book. Look at these colors. I'm not showing you the pattern, I'm just showing you they show you the completed stitches. And I just really like this book, the mid-century. I love it so much. The 2 birds, the bright colors. Okay, like the fuchsia flowers. I love those florals. So pretty, so bright. Look at these daisies. Oh my gosh. And then I think this is the last one in this book that's Yes, okay, so another, here it is, the unicorn. Look at that mid-century kind of groovy unicorn. She's playing the flute. I mean, who doesn't want a flute playing princess on a unicorn? And then this is my next book that I got. It is Greetings in Cross Stitch, the Vanessa Ann collection. And I realized that I really like Vanessa Ann. I got on another occasion, I got another one of her books. And is this one Vanessa Ann? And then I got this book. I just got this book today and I'm so excited about it. This is An American Sampler, Gifts of Nature. And I love it. So I marked a couple. I wanted to show you the projects. This book, I want to say it's from the 90s, but I really liked this lady here. She's like harvesting her bountiful harvest. And then I really liked, is this the cabbage? No, this is the apple picking. The apple picking orchard, and I love the detail with the, it looks like it's really heavy with back stitching, but it's so pretty. And then so this one, I have never seen a sundial in a piece before in real life. But I really liked this piece here with the wreath, but I liked the bottom motif of just the sundial. How neat is that? I wouldn't have thought of that. And then I love carrots. Last year, my Easter design in spring, I did the little atomic carrot, the purple and orange and white and yellow carrot. Apparently I have a thing for carrots and orange. And Michelle Bindi Stitchy was saying how designers, like their favorite orange is Fragrant Cloves by Gentle Art. And I was like, yes, yes, Michelle. I was watching her Flosstube and I'm like, yes, Michelle, you are correct. So here, and there's, it kind of reminds me of my Gathering Honey pattern with the rose, and there's the cabbage, you know, all the things. And then what I liked is they showed you two ways. Oh, it's getting dark and stuff, or it's falling, excuse me. They show all like the cabbages and the carrots stitched on perforated paper, and then you put it on a wreath, which again made me think of Priscilla, and put it on a wreath, right? I really like that book. And again, I have Gradients and Cross Stitch, and if you can see all the things that I marked. I just love everything. I love everything. Okay, so I marked this one. I'll show you this one. It's got the little chicken and the egg. Like, how cute is that? So this is all like small stitches that I want to say the ATC, the card swaps, the small stitching stuff. And I marked a lot of these they actually include the envelope templates. So the template there's the stitch, but then also to create your own envelope with your note. And I loved this one for the Father's Day idea. So you make the card and you stitch the bow tie, and you arrange the color palette with maybe someone's favorite shirt or something. Now, it's an idea for Father's Day. I thought it was cool. And then my Quilt Designs book, the last one I got, I picked this up today and I love it. And it's got some really cute little ones. The charts are all the hand-drawn charts. But apparently, again, I have a thing for picking up things with cabbages and carrots. I don't know. I love cabbages and carrots. Maybe that's what it is. But look at that little bunny in this cute little jumper. So cute. All right, that's my books and my pattern stash flash stuff. And we're gonna move on to Save the Stitches. Let's do it. Okay. I posted on Instagram this last Friday night some of the goodies that I found. Oh, it's getting dark and then the glare's starting to come in. Let me try to refocus a little bit. Is that okay? Okay. Sorry about that. It's really bright. I got this really cute cross stitch stitched on linen. And let me just say that the ruffles are larger than the actual stitched piece. And it's on linen with the bead work, and it's really pretty. They did such a good job. Whoever stitched this did such a good job stitching it. I got like ruffle mania over here. I just think it's so sweet. So it's gonna go with my other Valentine's Day stuff. I love it. I got my first ever cross stitch dish towel. But it's so cute. I don't want to use it. And then I bought it. It was rolled up when I purchased it, so I didn't see that it is dirty. And all of these beautiful cross-stitch towels, they're so pretty. I don't want to put my wet hands on them. I don't know what to do. So it might just be one of those display things, and it's pink, and it's got coffee, and it's got steam, and it's got all of the things that I love. So I'll just clean it, and I'll put it out for the cute do not touch towels, just like you have the gorgeous do not sit on pillows. An inaccessible house, I say. All right, the next Save the Stitches is another adventure in, I really like that frame, Amanda Mae. I loved the frame. I bought it for the frame because I saw it like this. I was like, oh, look at that frame. Isn't that frame so cool? And lo and behold, it had a cross stitch on it. So cool. I was hoping that the cross stitch was folded over, and it wasn't. Somebody, to fit it in the frame, literally cut it right to the edge. I mean, here's the back of it. I don't know what the pattern of this, or it looks like a variegated DMC with some either Krynic for the ornaments. I'm just kind of, I don't know what to do with this because there's literally no margin. Do I make it into an ornament? I don't know what to do with it. I think I'll probably make it into an ornament, because I'm gonna put a family photo probably in this frame. Let's be real. All right, the next Save the Stitches, let me move this over, is I got these really cute pre-made machine embroidered on red frames, little cherry things. And they had to come home with me. And I'm thinking I might add these in the backsplash of my kitchen. And they're actually marked that they're made exclusively by a lady named Cheryl for the Ohio Wholesale Company. So I'm not sure if that lady is still making stuff or not. I don't know, but they were just so cute. I love all the things, right? I think this is a duplicate. Yeah, these are duplicate. All right, my next Save the Stitches, I'm selfish. I really wanted to show you because I want to start using it. I got an Ort jar. I could not believe it. My first ever, and it says, thanks for the favor. The favor of stitching? Yes, you're welcome. No, that's silly. It's a heart basket with little flowers. And I love it. And I'm gonna use it as an Ort jar. And what I thought was so cool about it, so that they finished it, but this little jelly jar, it's a ball jar. How fun is that? I love ball jars. There's in Mildly Offensive Fiber Artists, there was a post around canning season this last year, not for the faint of heart, but it said, all right, everyone, it's time to wash your balls. It's canning season. Wash your balls as in your jars. Sorry about that if that was inappropriate. Okay. All right, moving on. My last Save the Stitches is under my Trivets. So we're gonna do a Trivet party, a Trivet trio, and then I'm gonna show you my last Save the Stitches. Okay. With Michelle Bendy, hashtag buy all the Trivets, I have 3 Trivets to show you. The first one is I left my heart in San Francisco. Hello, adorbs. I love San Francisco. I don't know how anyone can afford to live in San Francisco. I think they said that just to afford rent in San Francisco, you had to make at least $120,000 a year to not be considered in poverty. Anywho, I love this. It's got hearts, it's got trolleys, it's got everything. So I'm conflicted on whether or not I'm actually gonna put a cross stitch on it. But there's no hesitation on putting cross stitches on these 2 bad boys I'm about to show you. Hold on to your hats. Look at these Trivets. Hello, circle Trivet. I love it. The wood's all dinged up, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a Teresa Kogut paint job on this. And now I've got to design or finish something in a circle to use my circle Trivet. I love it. And then my third Trivet I have never seen this shape before. And so I want to see an octagonal octagon. Y'all know what I mean. An 8-sided finish. And what I can do there. I'm excited. I love the Trivets. Oh, and here we go as I try not to drop everything. Oh, thank you all Instagram and Facebook for letting me know that this is not a drop spindle for lace. I was mistaken. This is called a pern, and you load it and you put it on your shuttle for weaving. Awesome. Love all the fiber art stuff. Thank you so much for letting me know. I apologize for mislabeling it, but I got one of these, and someone told me to look on Pinterest. People are turning these into candle holders, like the artisanal candles, and like doing something really cool, displaying it with candles. I'm like, that's cool. And then I got this cute little jar, and I thought of like message in a bottle, and it's got kind of that what is it, that iridescent kind of shimmer on the inside, and it made me think of the London mudlarking and the really cool bottles and stuff they find with that kind of iridescent shimmer on it. But I love this little bottle. Oh, I also got the same trip. I got this it's a hat pin, but I was thinking it could be used as a counting pin. And I got these little heart tins to do little finishes, these little tartlet tins. How cute are those? I love them. I have 4 of them, 5 of them. 5, I have 5. Where's the 6th one? Okay, and here's my last Save the Stitches. And I had to do a little bit of research and digging to see who created this, and it is something Mouse Designs. I'll link it below. But I picked this up. It's on Ada. It's on a double mat, professionally framed out of Pennsylvania. It's 3 little mice asleep, and I want to say those are crocus flowers, which are the first blooms of like spring, but I could be wrong. But I just think it's so adorable, and I couldn't leave it at the store. It had to come home with me. I had to rescue it. I am hoping that this one will be rehomed soon, and that someone else will just love it as darling as it is. The frame job is great. My only concern, and I want to thank you all so much for teaching me so much. I've learned so much. Julie of Reflections Framing, she was discussing about stretching your canvas in the frame and everything. And I looked at this and realized the person did not, this is professionally framed. Like, this double mat is on point. They didn't stretch it. So what are you gonna do? It is everything else. It's got the back, the rubber mat. It's labeled. Everything about it, but they didn't stretch the needlework. I don't know. Oh my heavens. I am at almost 40 minutes and I haven't even gone through half of my stuff. Well, I guess we gotta wait till next week to do more of the goodies. Okay, yes, I will wait. I have more, I have more stuff. I want to show you, we'll finish my Stash Flash stuff in a future episode, but I wanted to show you my Save the Stitches, my books, my charts. I want to show you what I'm stitching. And this was sent to me, the Spring Birdie chart. I got this on my mail call a couple weeks ago, and I stitched the little birdie up. And I love it. It's so precious. And I liked this. It literally says in the directions to stitch this up because it's a palette cleanser, meaning you stitched a big project. Here's a 3-hour or less project. You stitch it, you complete it, you feel good, and you regain momentum to start a new, maybe larger project. Well, sure enough, I was so happy to stitch this. It took me 3 hours, as it said, but I still haven't put the branch down, the branch part. I still need to finish it, but I really liked stitching and doing the wings. It's got the one strand back stitching. It was just a lot of fun and a lot of color changes, but I love the vibrancy of it. And it's really nice to just stitch something and get that like instant sense of accomplishment. And what I like about these little kits, and most of them are the free kits that you can get when you get the magazines, is that they literally can fit in a small project bag. I'm trying to find, I have like 14 of the kits I was gonna show you. Oh, here. All right, so I binge bought all of these like free kit thingies, and I'm like, yes, I'm excited. I'm gonna put these in my purse, and I'm gonna take them with me because they've already got the Ada, they've got the threads. All I need to do is just take my cute little scissors, and I'm good to go. So when I'm waiting on my kids, or I know like Chelsea of Real Housewives of Cross Stitch says that she gets most of her stitching done when she's in her car waiting to pick up her kids from school. So I'm like, yes, I'm gonna get all these cute little kits and they're gonna go with me. They don't come with a pattern. All the patterns are in the magazine when you buy the magazine. So fatal flaw, as I'm concerned, like this kit came with the actual chart. These, I have like 4 different kits now that I bought. I was so excited about buying. I'm like, yes, look at this. Like the butterfly and the hedgehog, because I love hedgehogs apparently. They don't have the chart with them. So, oh well. What do I say? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes it rains. Oh, but I am happy. I did get a pattern, the Sweetheart Tree. It came with linen. It came with all the stuff. So there's a win, right? Don't bug me when I'm stitching. And it's got like cute little bugs. It's got the ladybugs and the bees and the, oh, it's so cute. All right, I gotta stop. I just want to show you all the things. I want to thank you for hanging out with me and seeing some of the goodies that I've gotten over the last 2 months. You all inspire me greatly. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you all who've purchased a pattern from me. I know I had this my behemoth, all my goodies that I had. I just thank you so much. Thank you for the feedback on my scroll rod frame. I'm gonna get this going. I hope you have a beautiful stitching week. I'm so grateful that you stopped by to see my passion for counted cross stitch. I hope you have a beautiful week. I'll see you next week. Take care.